Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV with Roselore Seraphina. We are going to be speaking to Lucienne, the Guildmaster. We need to get all of our classes up to level 27 before the game will allow us, before Minfilia will speak to us again regarding the main story quests. So, training with Leigh. Guildmaster Lucienne wishes to see see things from a different wishes you to learn how to see things from a different perspective. Alrighty. It pleases me to see how you've grown as an archer. Plainly you've taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Leigh, your senior in the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. Alrighty, let's go. Leigh. I've been expecting you, Roselore. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you'll need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realized this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the Twelve's Wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You will have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in the central shroud as well. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well, Roselore. Very well, Leia. We shall go well. Alright. I know. Let's try not to go through the locked door, or I will definitely be seeing things from a very different perspective. Shall we see where she's hidden our targets? Well, that's the Lancers Guild. We are looking for back to square one. Let's have a look at our journal. I have a ton of quests I need to get through. Alright, what we're doing at the moment is we're going through our class quests, which is good. It will help us to do things. We'll pin that to the top, like we've pinned Spear of the Fearless. We probably want to pin Trial of Earth and Weapons of a Feather. Isn't it time for us to turn that in? Maybe. Let us go through training with Leigh. Destroy the targets 0 to 6. Where's my map? Alright, we're just going to teleport straight out to Bent Branch Meadows. It just makes it so much easier when you can do it this way. So, what we're up to now is turning around. I know, I've lost my place. There we go. We will get this done. Oh! Over the edge. And I'm going to go with a 9 on this one. Don't run into the lamp pole. I have an orange circle as well, so I guess we'll... Oh no, that is what we're after. I can see my target. Hello, puppy. There we go. Heavy shot is this one down here. Hello, darling. Alrighty, let's go. I know, they're very distracting pets. Okay. Yep, alright, that's all it takes. Pick that one over there. I am not joining your fate. Not in line of sight. No, there's a pole in the way. However, the fate is a good thing because what it will do is it will give us a little bit of a reprieve from the local beasties. I have found. Alright, now I'm betting that there are a bunch of targets up here. I wonder if it's this fate too. It is this fate. And we've joined it automatically. Well, I guess we're going to just do the fate then, aren't we? And that should be on a 7 actually. Oh! best way to get a fade out of your way is to just do it. While I'm here, I'm just going to move this up to here, where I'm used to having it, and I'll move that to there. And I'll move this up onto a 4. All right. And I'll move that down to a 3. And that's usually on 9, and that's usually on 8. Right, that's my usual layout for that particular set of things. Now we're good. I'm playing a there we go. A bard in with my other character, and she's up to level almost level 70 now. And I'm finding if I keep the same, the same tabs, sorry, the same buttons to press between characters, it just makes it a lot easier. Ah, don't be like that. Alright, I do want to change my my HUD settings. As I've played, I've found that seeing all of this is quite distracting, so we'll deal with that in a minute. I know the feathers are just flying. The fate's not quite over yet, so we'll just get rid of these guys here. Oops. I know. Hazard of playing an archer is she still shooting? She is still shooting. Yeah, you've got to be mobile. And of course it's got its hit points back. Oh, of course it does. I like the this particular skill as well. What is it? Bloodletter, because it just gives you an extra attack. Whenever it's available. So I try and keep it running. Poison as well, it gives me damage over time, which really helps. And that, I know, it was silly, I should have just stopped and got it. I can just be so one-track minded occasionally. Single purpose. Alrighty, and we're now at level 13. Always good. What is my gear like with this one? Let me check. A gear level of 9. That's not too bad. I have discovered that doing a ton of side quests will occasionally give you extra gear, particularly once you get up onto the steps. You can really pick up a lot of gear there without costing yourself a cent. Just by helping people out. So that's kind of handy. Yeah. Now, my sprint's no longer on 9. No. Give me a minute. We'll just outrun this guy. Oops. Oh, no. Yeah. What did she say? Just run away from it. It'll be easy. You know what? I'm about to lose my temper. We'll go back this way. These guys will stop running as the red dots disappear from behind us. There we go. Let's try again. I know, normally I just... Alright, you are toast, mister. If you can't leave the archer alone and you try and turn the archer into a pincushion with your tail, the archer is going to respond in kind. Right, now that we've cleared ourselves a path, let's get going. That should be our third one in this area. Let's go. Alrighty, where's my next one? Is that it? Report to Gillian at the Lance Guild, report to Leigh at Aleppo. Let me see where that is. Boom. I did so much running when I first started playing. I didn't realise I could just zippity-doo-dah my way around the countryside using etherite. And this, it took me so long to work out. Just use the etherite, the big etherite, and join the Ethernet, and away you go. And it's so simple. One of the things I like about leveling a couple of classes up at a time is in a minute we're going to need to level the character. And we can do other quests while we do that for other classes. Well, well, you made short work of those targets, I must say. It seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. Let's continue then. I've a mind to give you more practical experience, and we received a request just recently, which I think will provide with the perfect opportunity. It seems tree slugs and vultures have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We've been tasked with culling the beasts. The request comes directly from Stilgate Fane. When the wood whalers and the gods' quiver can't spare the forces to attend such matters, the conjurers often turn to us for help. And before you ask, there's good reason why they would rather not see to this particular task themselves. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined. But that's quite enough about conjurers' troubles. Lucienne taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you'll need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of her lessons and mine own. Your orders are as follows. Head out into the East Shroud, and there put down 8 tree slugs and 8 vultures, using all of the skills you have acquired thus far. Good hunting, Roselore. Alrighty, and I think before we head on out to do this quest, we might just pick up the next Lancer's quest in case it's somewhere close by. And that will save us a little bit of time later. Okay, we also need to report to Brother Isumiyan. So why don't we close off these? Let's go Lancer's Guild. Boom. We'll close off these quests as well and get the next ones kicking off, because we don't want to just do one thing at a time with this character. This character does all the things. Lancer. Yes, I see. Hang on. All right. What I'm doing, I'm just going to put my healer classes over on that side. What I'm doing is putting my base classes in the middle. We'll put our specialist classes to the right down in this column here. For those that have 2 specialist classes, we'll put them one on either side. That'll help me track things a little bit better with them. We are going to, and then we'll put the spare classes, the classes we pick up along the way, we're going to put them down in this column here. Just to, because it makes me happy, okay? And I can find things a little easier. And we put them in alphabetical order for the very same reason. I forgot to change, didn't I? My apologies. Coming into the Lancers Guild, dressed as a not a Lancer. Gillian, hi. I've been expecting you, Roselore. By your return, I trust you now understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It's a matter of training each of its aspects. Now the endeavour may prove difficult in the beginning. Gods know how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, and you will acquire such courage as you never thought could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could simply be a disagreement born of conflict in ideology. The point is, it matters not what battlefields you stand upon, as long as you take care to be composed and resolute. Your courage will grow. Did that make any sense? Even a little? I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Iwain, but if there is aught I can do to assist in your training. What was that? Something is afoot in the training area. Or what was that? Something is afoot in the training area. Uh-oh. That can't be good. And you call yourselves Lancers? Pathetic. You are next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all will know that you are no true Lancer. Say what you will, I'm above provocation. Huh, craven to the last man. Ah, but what have we here? Wait, she is but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted her to your ranks, did you not? Very well, I shall withdraw, for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. Well, if the Guildmaster's not going to fight him, I'm not going to. Yet. There is not more to see. Return to your drills. Here we go. All right, let's talk to Iwain. Hi. Roselore, you made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, it is of little consequence now. You need to pay no further heed to our uninvited guest, lest you wonder. Thank you. It's not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage, the composure to bring the sum of your strength, and the skill to bear against your foes. Then the resolve to attack when fear would stay your hand, as befits a Lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you, one that will put your courage to the test. Until then, continue to apply yourself to your training. Farewell, Roselore. Ah, but little does he know, I've been practicing. All right, looks like our gear is pretty much up to spec. Let's grab that Allegan piece. Talk to Iwain again. Guildmaster Iwain has a mind to test your courage. Ah, Roselore, I swear you've gained an ilm around the arm since last we spoke. It is plain you've not been idle. In our previous lesson, you learnt the Lancer's definition of courage and how you might go about tempering its two aspects. Today, we shall find out if your efforts have borne fruit. I see you've come prepared for battle. That is well. Your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. In such a situation, one may be attacked from any direction, making it difficult to respond appropriately. Furthermore, the likelihood of being surrounded is high. Will your resolve bear the weight of uncertainty? Will your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you? We shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage you already possess will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel to Naked Rock, where the Enoles claim dominion. At the summit of the rock is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it and bring it to me. If you are to reach your destination, you'll need to negotiate a path through whole packs of flesh-eating scalekin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To stride into the midst of so many would ask much of any lancer's courage. But given time and no small amount of perseverance, I am confident you'll prove equal to the task. Those things breathe fire. Let me just have a quick look at my challenge log. I've been neglecting it. It's actually one of the best ways of building up your XP because you get some rewards as you go through. Crafting and gathering, Grand Company, Gold Saucer, and okay. Alrighty, let's leave that. Head on out. I know every guild I walk into a door. Oh man, I wish it wasn't quite so literal, but there you go. We do need to report to Brother Isumiyan. Let's go do that. So these are our three jobs that we're focusing on. Yes, you can so too focus on 3 things at once. It is possible. That would be this one. All right. Here we go. I'm just curious. I had a thought as to what level my gladiator might be. 36, and I've never tanked. That's right. I have a level 64 gladiator that's never tanked either, except in a party of NPCs. Yeah, we might have to see to that. Brother Isumiyan. Roselore, you've returned, but tell me, how did you fare under Nolinel's expert tutelage? Have you delved deep into the earth and felt its suffocating weight, its life-sustaining vigor? Such experiences will serve you well. And have you aught else to report? A fledgling conjurer named Sylphie cast healing magic upon you. How kind of her. I must confess to sharing Nolinel's frustration with the girl. As you yourself have witnessed, Sylphie possesses a natural talent for the conjuring of mending and restoration. Alas, her gifts appear to have blinded her to the need for study, and she outright refuses to learn about the natural world. She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebble or the faintest breeze. I've tried upon numerous occasions to explain to her that conjurers who are ignorant of the source of their power pose a risk to themselves and others, but all to no avail. Should she continue to deny the debt she owes to nature and indulge in ever more reckless displays of power, there is every possibility that she'll create a dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I'm presently at a loss to know how such an eventuality might be prevented. A thought occurs to me, Roselore. It may be that your encounter with Sylphie was ordained by the elementals. Should you chance to meet with her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Mayhap she'll listen to you. But we have discussed our wayward young friend's education enough. Let's speak instead of one of my more willing pupils, namely you. The progress you have made does you great credit, Roselore. Though you are yet new to the art of conjuring, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all that you've learned, I hope you understand the true significance of these words. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure my gear is probably more than adequate, so we'll grab that. I have a feeling that I may need to get rid of some of this in a minute. All right, Brother Isumiyan wants you to learn more about the element of wind. Greetings, Roselore. Each time we meet, the part of the conjurer befits you ever better. In your previous lesson, you learnt about the element of earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the wind. Travel to Fullflower Combe in the East Shroud and seek the teachings of Hero Wolfview. Though scant few years have passed since her coming of age, Wolfview is a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. All right then. I know, I have a fly buzzing around me. They sneak in through the back door, drive me crazy. The other thing we need to do as well, let me just go into my armory and my inventory. Alrighty. I also need to very quickly go through my character classes and make sure we have everything up to date. Oops. Let me just make sure I don't have to. Yeah, I do have to reassign a few things. So basically I must have put in some materia, and so things need to be reassigned. Excellent, let's equip that. Let me have a look at my gear set list as well. Alright, so I've got nothing else that looks like it'll need to be reassigned just on spec. Go through here. So I'm just going to do a very quick, I know, I live in hope. Very quick run through of, I just did that one, Lancer. Ooh, of my gear. Make sure we've got the best gear possible. Make sure that number is as high as we can get it. We want it, whenever possible, to be higher than our level. Oh no, not my Marauder too. We're so going to have to deal with that. Alright. We had a botany quest to do as well, so we might go and do that while we're here. So these should all be okay. I know I'm losing track of where I want to be. And I wanted to fix things in my HUD as well. Okay, so while it's fun to see the special effects when you're fighting and playing solo, it's an absolute menace when you're... I know we'll get there eventually. It's an absolute menace when you're actually in a group dungeon. Alright, so I know everything that is equipped is the highest level I can get, which means I can get rid of things like that. We're just going to return that to the inventory. We'll return that to the inventory. So basically I'm doing this because when I win a new weapon or a new piece of armor, it is going to drive me crazy to not have enough space in my inventory. That ash shortbow. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just going to take everything out of my inventory, out of my armor space. I know some of this I'll probably want later and I'll cry about it, but I'll cry about it later. But what I really hate is not having enough space in here. And now I know a little bit more about what I'm doing. We're going to just get rid of all of this. And if we keep on top of it, it won't be such a chore. So I'm going to try and just keep on top of it as we go. All right. Yep, nothing here is in my thing. I mean, as you can see, stuff is getting quite full, and we just don't want that. Yep. I'm about to just have myself a little. All right, that's fine. A little fast. Actually, that faux. You know what? We'll just get another piece of equipment from the dungeon. We're going to be running it enough, so there will be other chances. And inventory space is a pain in the neck. always a pain in the neck. Just make sure I haven't put anything in here that's got a little tag on it. No. So we're just going to do some, I know it's not very quick inventory maintenance, is it? So this is basically an important skill for all, where'd I put that? For all watchamadoobys. For anyone who plays an MMO or any other game that has that has inventory issues. Really? I've got 12. No, I'm not getting rid of that. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'd rather not. Let's just get rid of everything else that we can. See, all of these gloves that we used for crafting that we don't need anymore. Level 31. Alright, no, you know what? Gone. Also gone. We could use these if we wanted to equip our retainers. I will pay the price for not doing that with these right now. Alright. Anything else? Like these are really close to hitting their capacity. But I didn't want to spend a lot of time doing this, so turn to the inventory, return that to the inventory, and return that. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So we're gonna make another detour in a minute. Botanist Guild. Actually, no, because that. What? Oh, fine. There are quests in town as well to do. And this is where I lose my head. It's all good. I tend to try and keep the side quests done in any situation. But as you can see, we acquire a lot of equipment along the way, and it's generally nice to get rid of it if you don't want to end up in a dungeon where you just can't get rid of it. Radio, entrust to withdraw, entrust duplicates. Yes, please. This isn't anything to do with equipment. This is just to do with all of my duplicate. And we're going to start selling that too because it's in the way. I know, what's that? Voucher, Genderlane's token, and a gold saucer ticket. All good fun. I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to go sort. Alright, it seems to be happy sorted that way. Let's quit out of there. Until next we meet. Yes, until next we meet. Ragath, let's do the same with him. We need to entrust to withdraw. We need to entrust our duplicates. Confirm all of that. Boom. I forgot to sell anything on the markets with these guys. We probably should do that just to get more junk out. Is that raisins? I would like that over here in here. Which reminds me, we have not eaten our stuff. Okay, I can't eat in front of my retainer. Fair enough. Radio. Entrust duplicates. I don't have any. Right click and sort. Radio. We are going to have to empty that the hard way. Alright, now we have a little bit of inventory space. That's fine. The next thing I want to do is go into here. And I want to break all the things. Actually, I want to use that if I can. Okay, it's the falchion. I'm going to sell the falchion then. Okay, we are desynthesizing. So basically, it's not just a good way to empty your backpack. It won't let me desynthesize those. Maybe I don't have a high enough level. Let us retrieve our materia. It's kind of handy. And then desynthesize it. We could always desynthesize it with the materia in it. I'm going to try and hand those into my thing. Leather gloves. All right, so it's the leather gloves that we can't desynthesize at the moment because we don't have no desynthesis. Because we don't have the level in leather worker to do it. I think is what the problem is. Just check that. Level 29. I think we have to be level 30. We'll know if we try and desynthesize some food. Some fish. All right, well, I don't have a fish on me to do that with. Smithing gloves, initiate's gloves, hard leather light mitts, Dalmatica of gathering can be desynthesized. Boom. Hayura and Chemizette can be desynthesized. No. Wow, there's a lot of materia spaces, isn't it? But it's only level 15, that's fine. And so we go through. And then we'll visit our retainers. I should have actually done this before I visited the retainers, but I did have a full backpack and visiting them first was the quickest way to get stuff out. So we're just going to zip through that one. Doot. Can't desynthesize that one. I can't recall a bulk way of desynthesizing. It's a brand new tabard. That one can go. Yep. You can desynthesize these and get some occasionally rare materials out of it. I tend to trade them with the Grand Company more. You're probably not seeing a lot of benefit just yet out of that, but that's fine. Basically, we'll have more inventory space in just a tick. So I've learnt over the last couple of 100 hours to be a lot more ruthless with my gear, even if I like it. I mean, I could put a lot of this into the glamour chest to maybe Alright, my leather stuff I can't desynthesize yet. All that I see. Armor is at 33. Alright, I know why I can't desynthesize it. It's probably a good reason. Which I could find out if I looked it up. Maybe I've got to be level 40 to desynthesize, something like that. So my goldsmith is at 40. And my weaver is at 40, and that's what I'm able to desynthesize things on. All right, so we need to get our other classes up. I know I missed that. Hard leather, chelada, cavalier's hat, we can do that. Oh, yeah, okay. Green beret. Alrighty, so I should start to have trouble Desynthesizing things like the iron bill. I have a feeling. No, I can do that one. Alright. Well, I don't know why I can't desynthesize the others. It's possible. It's just a level thing. So what's my carpenter at? 39. Alright, so maybe it's level 35 you've got to be. Right. Desynthesizing, we've got a little bit. Let's just summon back our retainers. I know, what? Learn to drive my character? Why would I do a silly thing like that? Use summoned, and trust to withdraw, and trust duplicates. All of that came out of our desynthesis. Okay. I mean, I think people can just buy this, but why don't we have the retainers sell the item? What did I just do? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so you sell directly from your retainers thing without retrieving it. Oh, I could have myself a little selling fest right there. Yeah, let's buy that back. Okay. So, what I wanted to do was sell items in your inventory on the market. No, not my inventory. My bad. Let's try that again. Your retainer's inventory. Alright, here we go. Let me just move this up here so I can see a little better. Because all of this stuff is stuff we can get. I mean, it's all stuff we're going to need as well. But anyway. Let me just sort everything again. There we go. Head on to page 2 and onto page 3. I mean, there's nothing here I really want to sell. And I'm not desperate for space yet, but I probably should sell it anyway. Alright, I'm not desperate for space. Let's not do that yet. Okay. We need to quit out of that. We need to find Haragoth. What need do I have? I have items that are duplicates. I've got no duplicates. Excellent. Well, in that case, we're good. I just need to go to... Alright. Do I have ether? Yes. And do I have healing potions? Yes. So I don't need to buy anything from the apothecary. I just want to sell my bronze pieces. We'll just get rid of all of that. There's nothing else I really want to sell. I mean, I could put these up on the market, or I could be smart and put them in my gear. But I'm not running dungeons yet, so that's not urgent. What did we need to do? We needed to go and visit the botany thing. Yeah, that was a bit of a detour. Alright, so we're training with things. We have visited the conjurer, we have visited the archers, we have visited the lancers. Let's go and get the botanist's guild out of the way. Doot. And away we go. I know that he stands up here, but he has his well away from easy reach, I might add, for future. Go on, tell me I put... Okay, no, that's good. No. Splendid sight, is it not? Yes, and I'm in entirely the wrong spot, dressed in entirely the wrong clothes. Let's try this. Cicely, I have your crow feathers. You're helping us out again. My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow feathers can be found in the area south of Gilbert's Spire. You're absolutely correct. I did find them there. Here you go. The crow feathers. You have my thanks. Doubtless you already know this from Fafucha, but it's the Order of the Twin Arrows Adder that requested the feathers. I heard it true. They're in the midst of preparing for war against the Ixal, the crow feathers are needed to make arms and armor, feathered harpoons, plumed yew crooks, and the like. It's a fine feeling being able to do our part to aid those men and women who defend our nation. But to need such a large stockpile of feathers, it gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. Will the Twelveswood ever know true peace? Oh, but there I go again with my wistful ramblings. Feel free to ignore me. Now, before I forget, Fufucha asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. Oh, good. The scythe is what we call a secondary tool. Used in your offhand, it allows you to harvest from lush vegetation in addition to the mature trees you already know so well. That Fufucha has seen fit to make you this gift is proof positive of your progress. You're no longer a novice, my friend. I dare say you're ready to try your hand at fieldcraft labs, perhaps even take on the Grand Company work. But first I recommend you head into the wood and find some lush vegetation to try that new scythe on. Off you go now, and come back when you're ready to take on another task for the guild. Alright, we'll take in some bronze pieces. I forgot to check the hat. Never mind. Alright, let's go grab ourselves another botanist's quest. We should actually be doing this for our... Oops. Roselore. He's short enough. She's short enough. She doesn't need you standing over her. Goodness me. Fufucha is troubled and needs your help to solve a problem. Ah, my dear Roselore, you're looking ever more a botanist. I do believe you're ready to take on further responsibilities for the guild. Guilds such as ours exist only by virtue of the cooperation of their members. Each individual must set an example for the rest of the collective if the rest of the collective is to thrive. The time has come for you to set just such an example. A matter has arisen, the handling of which I would entrust wholly to you. You may deal with it as you see fit, providing you see the problem solved. The matter in question concerns a valued client of ours, the merchant Alvgast. It would appear one of our number has done something to upset him. Pray seek out the merchant at the ebony stalls and inquire after the reason for his ire. Oh, and choose your words as well, lest you add fuel to the fire. Alrighty. Now, before we go that way, let me just check something. Yes, there is a quest over here we want to pick up. So we'll go and do that. Selene. Selene needs a seasoned adventurer to go with her perfume. What? A fellow Green Thumb asked me to pick up 2 things in Gridania, sweet rose perfume and a good adventurer. I've the perfume, though it took some doing. We botanists do tend to be miserly with our sweet roses. And as for the adventurer, hello, lovely. Well, that completes this shopping list. Adventurer, would you mind taking this perfume and yourself to jewel around at Little Solace? Sure thing, I can do that. Ah, dear. I see. Maketo Amphitheatre. I have a feeling. Are we level? Oh, we're level 33 with this character. Radio. Let me just, rather than switch through everything to find it, let's see what we are now. Alright, our conjurer is at 12, our archer is at 13, and our lancer is at 22. So we might switch into our lancer for this one. We're trying to... this is our seasonal event. I didn't realise we hadn't done it with Roselore. Well, there we go. Blue Starlight. The Starlight Celebration volunteer is beaming at you. At least you think so. Their face is difficult to discern through such mighty facial hair. This quest is available for a limited time only. Yes, from... I forget where it's from, but up until the 31st of December. All right. Pardon me, are you an adventurer? Allow me to introduce myself. I am, perhaps I should remove my beard. Much better. Starlight Celebrant Amgaranji at your service. I'm ever so pleased to meet you during this most sacrosanct of seasons. In commemoration of the Ishgardian knights who once sheltered needy orphans from the cold, we strive to deliver joy and comfort to all younglings each Starlight Celebration. This year we pay particular tribute to the figure at the heart of Starlight legend, the snowy-bearded captain dubbed the Saint of Nemea. As you can see, we have commissioned replicas of his red coat and fluffy white beard. How better to delight the children than by distributing presents as the saint himself, after all? So far, we've been successful in spreading starlight cheer. However, it seems there is a particular youngling who finds our felicitous festivities distressing. Were I free to wander, I would reach out to them myself and provide what aid I could. Alas, my duties as celebrant require my attendance here. Might you assist this child in my stead? I'm sure they would welcome the insights of an adventurer such as yourself. I can do that. I'm most grateful. Let me summon the young lady who first brought this matter to my attention. Hello, my name is Sarlin. It's nice to meet you, miss. As I told Miss Garangi, I've seen a boy around here who... Oh, look, there he is, over there. Oh. Uh-oh. You think he'd stolen the snowman, but he left it right there. I guess he didn't come to play this time either. That boy's been watching the stage from a distance ever since preparations began. At first I thought he must be excited about the Starlight Celebration, but he always looks so sad. That's why I thought I'd try inviting him to play. And when I called out to him, he just ran away. Comforting others when they're troubled is a very kind thing to do. You did well to try, Selin. I just think nobody should be alone during the Starlight Celebration. He keeps coming back, so I'm sure there's something he's worried about. Maybe he's too shy to ask for a present? Either way, I'm worried about him. Would you help me make sure he's okay, miss? Oh, right, we sure can. Then I'll leave this matter in your capable hands. I believe the boy ran off toward the Whistling Miller. Perhaps someone there knows more about him. Let's ask around. Please tell me if you learn anything, and I'll be sure to do the same. Guys, I think that is where we're going to leave it with Roselore having a bunch of... There we go. Having a bunch of adventures to get started on next episode. We have training with Leigh, so archery, the Blue Starlight Celebration, a delivery run. We need to speak to Abigail at the Ebony Stalls as well. Radio. Trial by Wind. That's our Conjurer's quest, and I know somewhere in there we have our Lancer's quest as well. I might have to just pop that up and find it. Yeah, let's make sure we've got our quests up here. Level 43 Adventurer for Hire. Okay. Rightio then. Well, but I'll bid you adieu. If you enjoyed it, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'll check you later.